racing against Kirani James, I know coming up in your career, and maybe never expected it to happen so soon. But tell me the emotions that may be going through you now, considering that you're coming against, one of the big giants in track and field.
Well, first of all, it's a big opportunity for me. Growing up, I've been watching Kirani run since he was in the junior stages. First time I saw him compete in person was in 2006 in St. Lucia at the Caribbean Union of Teachers Games. And he was just 14 and he was destroying everybody. So from since then, I knew this was somebody to look out for. And the opportunity that I have now because of the Allianz Pompey Invitational to compete against Kirani James is just nothing short of a blessing. I mean, for me, we're two different athletes, two different countries, and two different fields. He's a professional, I'm a collegiate athlete. But one thing that we both have in common is that we both want to win. We both want to run fast times, and we both want to do the best for our country. So for me right now, it's just an opportunity for me to give it my best shot.
Mm-hmm. Do you, practically, we're not saying, we count you out already, but do you enter that race thinking that, maybe you could pull off a sudden upset, or you go into such a race thinking that this is an opportunity to learn from one of the best in this modern era?
Well, I never go into a race thinking I could lose. Because for me, running is more mental than physical. Mm-hmm. So if you defeat yourself mentally, then physically you could never win. So even though he's great, he opened his season, I think it's about 2 weeks ago in Jamaica, where he ran the 8th fastest time in the world, 44.3, defeating one of the best in the collegiate history, Fred Curley, who's now a professional. But with that being said, I still wouldn't count myself out of the race because I know that what I've been working towards, my times might not be close to his as yet, but I mean, on race day, anything could happen. The race isn't finished until you cross the line, so I would never give up before I cross that line.
Mm-hmm. Many persons may be sitting and watching this and wondering, who really is Arenzi Chance? Obviously, didn't get into the usual introductions about you, but talk us through the days of, North Georgetown from St. Margaret's, Arenzi Triple Threat, that was the name they had back in the day, and then, on to Bishop's High, and then, you went to Trinidad, and now you're in the States. Talk us through the progression you would have made at athletics in Guyana.
Well, everything was a stepping stone for me because even when I went to Trinidad, I was trying to get a scholarship to the United States, and it never worked out. Because I can remember when I started sixth form at Queen's College, I was really active in the track and field thing, and everybody knew me for, competing in all three races, the 100, the 200, and 400. This is where the triple threat came from because I used to win all the races. And after QC, I was like, I need more from track and field. I needed more, so I wanted a scholarship. So I told my parents, I was like, look, just give me 1 year where I could train like all day or whatever it is and give it my best shot. Sadly, I got injured, and that was in 2013. So from 2013, it basically took me about 5 years to get this scholarship that I ever so wanted in the United States. So it taught me a lot of patience, first of all, being, coming through the phases and everything else. Trinidad as well, when I was there for 2 years, my maturity as an athlete improved because then I realized, it's not about who trains the most or who trains the hardest or whatever it is. It's who's there mentally on race day. Because when you look at the field of professional athletes, everybody there is training hard. Nobody there goes to the Olympic Games and be like, oh, I didn't get to train last week, right? Everybody trains. So how then do you define or separate rather who's going to win and who's going to lose? It starts in the mind. So then I realized that, okay, now I need to work on my mental stability and my mental preparedness for the races. And only then I'll be able to be successful. And because of that, I've had a successful season thus far in the United States, even though everything hasn't been going according to plan. But right now, I have the second fastest 400 time in Guyana. I think it's probably within the top 10 in South America. I didn't compete much in the collegiate season because of some issues that I had with the NCAA. But with all that being said, I'm still happy with the progress that I've made thus far, seeing where I came from, and I must say that is nothing short of a blessing.